Thank you for joining me this week. I'm a little bit late due to unforeseen circumstances, but that seems to be the course of my life this summer. At the beginning of last week, my smallest dog was playing on the beach with a bigger dog and got a little bit overexcited when the dog turned to chase him again, twisted and damaged his cruciate ligament. So on Thursday last week, he had to have a plate put into his leg, and we're now doing physiotherapy and letting him rest a lot. And so consequently, he's here with me down there. He's a very good little patient, actually, Claude is, so I can't complain. But I also have the other two dogs with me, and I usually have the door to my studio closed against any road noise outside. But this week I need it open in case the other two need to come and go. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Deborah Carr. I'm a USA Today bestselling author of historical fiction, and I also write contemporary romance series as Georgina Troy. And today I'll be talking about these two books. Actually, I should be talking about Broken Faces too. Anyway, these two books. So tomorrow is paperback publication day in the UK for The Poppy Sisters. This book has I'm not exactly sure how many reviews, but it's over 600 now. So thank you to everybody who's reviewed, especially those who like the book. Thank you very much. It's been out since the 1st of September. This book was an Amazon First Reads for August, which is why I've got quite a lot of reviews already. So thank you to everyone who bought it. So that's out in paperback in the UK. Tomorrow, yes, so Thursday. So probably by the time you see this, it'll already be out. I've also got a couple of special offers in September. So Chasing Dreams on Sunshine Island. This is a Georgina Troy book. This is the third book in my Sunshine Island series, and this is Jax's story. And this book, for the month of September, it's a Kindle monthly deal, which means that it's currently at an ebook, that is, not the paperback. The ebook is currently at the price of only 99p. So if you want to buy an ebook copy, now's the time to do it. I've also got, where is that one? Excuse me, Claude. I should have thought of this. Oh, sorry. Trying to be prepared, but I'm walking out of dogs and stuff. So also there's another special deal on with one of my books this month, and it's for this one. This is my very first book that I actually ever wrote. This is also, it's not the first one I wrote, it's the first one I ever wrote that was then published. This is Broken Faces. This was set during the First World War. A lot of people actually say this is their favourite book of mine. I loved writing this book. I think you probably find with most people, the first book that they write, they tend to put everything into it. And by that, I don't mean all the hard work, because you put everything you have into every book that you write, because obviously you want to make every book the best book you can make it. But with this book, I put in all the ideas that I had. So now that I'm traditionally published with my other books, I now realise that you don't have to put so much information in. So it's quite a hefty book. But readers love it, so that's fantastic. I loved writing it. And this book, if I eventually get round to actually what I'm trying to say from it, is it's set solely during the First World War. It starts at the beginning of the First World War and it ends in 1918 at the end. It's about four friends, two women, two men. The two men go to school together. They're very close friends, even though one of them doesn't agree with how the other one deals with stuff. One of the women is in love with one of the men. The other man is also in love with her secretly. And the other girl is the sister of one of the guys. And one of them is severely injured, has life-changing injuries in the war. And it's how they all deal with that and cope with all the difficulties in their lives. A lot happens. So this book is out in audiobook. This is out with audible.com. Well, it's out in lots of audio places, but this month with audible.com, you can get it for 60% off. So only till the end of September. So if you're watching this after September, both these offers will be over with, but I thought I should actually come on and actually let you know about them. I should have done that at the beginning of the month, but for those of you who follow me on probably other social media, whatever, my husband became ill in May and died very quickly. He had cancer and died unexpectedly quickly at the beginning of August. So I've taken time out, and although I'm back writing again because I have deadlines, so it's a good way to spur me on to do stuff. Some days I just can't get myself together, but a lot of the time I sort of try to, because like I suppose lots of authors, and like those of you who have habits, hobbies is the word I'm looking for, hobbies that you really can lose yourself in and enjoy. When I'm actually in the zone writing, nothing else exists, and it's like a sort of escape from real life. So although I wasn't able to write for quite a long time, and my lovely publishers Boldwood and also HarperCollins have put no pressure on me at all and have delayed deadlines and things to help me, which I massively appreciate, I am trying to write, and I am managing to some days. And those days that I do write, I find that I am actually calmer and less anxious. And I think it's because A, I feel like I've achieved something, and B, I've had an escape from my own head and the difficulties that obviously losing someone you love very much brings. So enough of that. But one of the things I like to do, because you don't often get deals and discounts with your books, is to share them when I do. I normally share everything in my newsletter before I share it elsewhere, but I didn't actually have the link. Well, you're not allowed to share deals until they actually become live. So I might have shared this one on my newsletter, I can't actually remember. I didn't share this one because I didn't know about it until after the 1st of September. So my newsletter readers won't actually have known about this. If you want to keep up to date, you can subscribe below actually to keep up to date with all my videos, and you can also, I'll link below to my newsletters, so if you want to hear behind the scenes news and stuff like that, that's a good way of doing it. I've got my next historical that I'm halfway through, is out at the moment. It's out in March next year, and it's called Neighbours at War. It is set during the occupation, just like An Island at War was, or it's a completely different family in a different part of the island. So very different experiences. I'm really enjoying writing it. And I have seen the final cover the other day. I can't share it just yet, unfortunately, but as soon as I can, I promise you I will. I absolutely love it. And yet again, HarperCollins have done me proud with another wonderful cover. I'm very lucky with my publishers. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just cheerful and happy? That's a Boldwood cover, and that's a HarperCollins cover, because I write different genres for each publisher. I'm very lucky to be in that position now in my writing life. Yes, so that's what I'm doing. I'm reading through one book to deliver it in a couple of weeks, and I will then get back to my Neighbours at War. So it's very exciting. Yes, so a lot happening. Thankfully, the cooler weather has now, we've been lucky here in Jersey. It has been hot. We've had some very hot, muggy evenings, well, nights, but it has not been as hot as people in the UK, and certainly not in the rest of Europe, and certainly not in the States. So for those of you who have had to deal with long days and nights, especially nights probably, of excess heat, you really have my sympathies and admiration that you've been able to cope with that. So I suppose I better get on. As I said, if you are interested in the paperback, the ebook, or the audiobook, please go ahead. I will link all below. Thank you for joining me. If you would like me to talk about, I don't know, anything in particular, answer any questions, please again comment below. And please remember to like the thumbs up for this video, because that always helps. Thank you for joining me again, and till next week.